Well, kind of a tale of two different parts of two hockey games today. Really pleased with the rhythm and the intensity and the poise and patience we had early. I think our young team learned a little bit of a lesson late in terms of the importance of staying with that patience, and I think that is an important lesson for us going forward because they really battled hard for two periods, and I was really pleased, and I'm certainly pleased with certain aspects of the play late, but it's a real learning lesson for us to stay patient and stay poised for 60 minutes. Can you speak up a little bit? Oh, she's got tremendous work ethic, tremendous technical skill, great work ethic. That's something that all of our kids are bought into and continue to be bought into. The work ethic is there, and we just need to make sure we're combining that work ethic with a certain amount of patience and a certain amount of poise. I think the big thing we're trying to eliminate are stick penalties. And it's a matter of keeping your feet moving, and it's a matter of just grinding away without reaching that I think is, again, one of those lessons that we need to take away from the weekend here because it certainly caught up to us at the end. I think that was more so yesterday. I think today it's a matter of making an adjustment in terms of how we approach being aggressive to make sure it's solely footwork in terms of being aggressive, because that's going to be a big deal for us. And then we went over a couple key adjustments on our penalty kill, and the execution wasn't there, and that's something that a young team's got to learn from.
How badly did you want to win in front of the crowd?
We're all competitors, and it's frustrating for everyone to come out on the losing end. Our job is to make sure that we balance that frustration, acknowledge that frustration, and still make sure that while it burns at you a little bit, that we don't get stuck in the trees in the forest, and that we see what we need to see from today, that we can take away positive and what we need to work on. Today's over, tomorrow's a new day.
What were some of the things that you did last night in order to prepare for today's game?
It was up to the wee hours watching film. I love watching film. And we went over a lot of adjustments that were necessary today. We made some adjustments to our forecheck, and the kids really bought into it. And so even strength, the patience, and the movement in our forecheck was much better today. And there was a much better rhythm, even strength to the first two periods than we had yesterday. So that's really something to build on, and that was good. So credit to the kids for really listening in our meeting today and making that adjustment. And those are the types of things that we have to build on going forward. First thing we got to do is watch film. You just got to see where the breakdowns are first. And so it's, much like we did yesterday. I don't pass judgment on how to make a solution to something till we've had an opportunity to watch film. But, certainly overall, especially late, we did a better job keeping things to the perimeter. And that's something that's going to be a focus for us. And, how we get from point A to point B will depend on what we see on the film. She had herself a great weekend. You think about our D-corps and how they're stepping up to the plate. The youth that exists back there is just where we are as a program right now, and I give them a ton of credit for the things that we're asking them to do right now as a young D-corps, and she certainly had herself a really good weekend.
How difficult is it as a coach to get a team back up for
A lot of that's preparation on their part, and we talk about it as we wrap things up on a Saturday evening in terms of what they need to do, both from a physical standpoint and then a mental standpoint to come back. And we had a patience and a good rhythm, so I think from the standpoint of playing back-to-back games, I think we did a good job coming out of the gate in terms of establishing a game plan and being willing to execute it. So that's a particular piece of it that they're learning from. The 60-minute games back-to-back, especially 7 o'clock to 2 o'clock, is new for a lot of them. But overall, I think we made some good progress there.
How much was
I'm sorry, say the last part.
You got conference play under your belt this weekend. How much of a learning experience?
It's enormous for us. Every weekend's a new experience for these kids. And so to have the home opener under their belt and to have some conference play under their belt, it's a really good opportunity for us to assess the things that we and they need to do to be as successful as possible. And our goal hasn't changed. Our goal is to get better every week with a goal of playing our best hockey at the end of the season at league playoffs. Because if you can do that, anything can happen. Thank you.